My name is Mark Cuyler, Maitland, Florida. I'm a victim of civil corruption and foreclosure fraud. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Cuyler. This is my plea for help. I'm a member of LawlessAmerica.com. I'm committed to getting this country back on track. As the forefathers have laid out the Constitution that gives all Americans equal rights. This is a short story about the horrific discrimination and acts that have been committed against me while pleading cases in various courts in Florida and Georgia. These discriminatory and criminal acts are being committed against me by judges because of my choice to represent myself. Judges, attorneys, clerks of courts, and more judicial state and Florida officials are committing these acts against me and my wife and many others. I'm asking that you and your colleagues take the time to not only look at my case, but look at the circumstances and the situations that are going on in America when it comes to the judicial system. The judicial system, as I've found out over the past 4 years, is seriously corrupt. My story started back in 2009 when I had a mortgage company, Aurora Loan Services, file a fraudulent foreclosure against me and my wife. We chose to represent ourselves in that case because we knew that the foreclosure was fraudulent. But by the support of the judges, attorneys, and one of the largest foreclosure law firms in Florida, we were fighting a case that was a lot larger than we thought it would be. Judges and lawyers lying and not even coming close to following the law. Our civil rights were violated. I've been threatened to be put in jail. I've had to sue judges as well as the Attorney General for the state of Florida. I've had to sue the Chief Judge of the Supreme Court of the state of Florida, all because of a fraudulent foreclosure wherein the Attorney General had found the law firm who filed the foreclosure guilty of committing fraud, not only against me and my wife, but against many others in the state. The law firm of Marshall Watson PA paid $2 million to the Attorney General as a fine for the fraud that they had been found committing. To this day, that law firm continues to file foreclosure fraud cases against other individuals. And the Attorney General has not punished, other than the $2 million that they've paid, have not punished the law firm in any way. They've never ceased filing foreclosure claims. To date, I have judges in the federal court as well as the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals that I've had to sue due to the fraudulent and misconduct of all these judges, as well as Sally Yates, Dorsey Cody, Joel DeBynum, Chief Judge of the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. But the main culprit of all this started with Mary Scriven out of the Miller District of Florida in Orlando. This woman refused to allow our case to go forward. We discovered that Mary Scriven had invested interest in foreclosure mortgages. Until this date, we're asking that the senators and the congressmen of all states take a look at this fraud in the civil courts by the judges, the foreclosure fraud across America. It's been on every news station, including 60 Minutes, 5 or 6 times. The foreclosure fraud is massive. People in Florida have been put out their homes illegally, and that is my cry today, is to ask that congressmen and senators take a look at this and take some action, because these judges have too much control and they are not following the law when it comes to civil court and when it comes to foreclosure fraud. My name is Mark Cuyler, Maitland, Florida. I'm a victim of civil court corruption and foreclosure fraud. I gave a quick 3 to 5 minute statement earlier regarding the circumstances that I've been going through. And it all started with a simple foreclosure fraud case that was filed by Marshall Watson PA, who represented Aurora Loan Services. Aurora Loan Services is wreaking havoc throughout this country. We need someone in Congress and in the Senate to do more than what they're doing when it comes to the foreclosure problem in America. And I know the congressmen and senators are aware of the condition of this country because of foreclosure fraud. But to bail the banks out and then have the banks put people out into the street without any real punishment for the wrong that they're doing and how they're doing it is unconstitutional. I come today to say justice is hard to get in this country. I come today to say honor and respect has lost its way in America and in the judicial system, in the political system. I come today to say we as Americans have lost our rights that were preserved in the Constitution. I come today to say justice is being put on the back of the bus and greed is replacing it. I come to you today to say wealth and fame is more important than Americans' civil rights. I come to you today to say the devil is a liar and God still has control. I come to you today to say we need to stand up and fight for our rights. I come to you today to say our kids are being abused mentally and physically by this judicial system. I come to you today to say the elderly are being abused and ignored. I come to you today to say to the congressmen and to the senators of the United States, America needs your help. The very people who believed in the wars that we fought, that we were fighting for our constitutional and our civil rights and the right to freedom, the right to access to the court, the right to a fair trial, whether by a judge or by a jury. The Constitution gives us that right. I come pleading and praying that you would take some action to stop these corrupt judicial officials. I've been in front of 40 judges. Out of those 40 judges, 2 judges have somewhat followed the law. I've called for indictments against the Attorney General in the state of Florida, asking her to investigate certain judges. The Attorney General has not replied in the past 24 months and has no intentions of replying, has ignored all my calls, emails, letters, and I have the proof that these judges, clerks of courts, attorneys, law firms, Chief Judge of the Supreme Court of the state of Florida, all the Middle District judges in the Orlando Division in the District Court, corrupt. Half of the 11th Circuit judges in Atlanta, corrupt. Sally Yates, Dorsey Cody, corrupt. All of these individuals have violated my civil rights in the past 4 years over and over, and they're threatening to jail me for speaking and filing cases against them when they violate the law. And again, I say to the senators and the congressmen of this country, please take the time to look at not only my case, but the thousands and thousands of cases that is coming to you through lawlessamerica.com. And with that said, I thank you. And God bless who all sees this and know that God is in charge. He's in control, and things will change.
We are filming against the black backdrop, so black is not ideal. The airplane is not ideal. White's okay. White's a problem. Like real black white, like a white suit or something, it'll drive you. Wearing those are also not ideal. Yeah. There's lots of things to wear here. Today and tomorrow are casual. The next 2 days are business wear during the day. Want to look professional and do it up the hill, and then you have stress and members of Congress and volunteers and all of this information. Want to look professional and just go down I just sick to do our presentations on the ground here. So if you don't know what the schedule is, rather than me sitting here, hang on a second. Stop it. Are you done? Yeah. Okay, yeah. There's a little button on the right-hand side. Just press it. Okay. We have self-filming taking place. Mark Cuyler's here filming himself. Mark, it's on the right-hand side, a little round button on the...
Stop.
Yeah.